Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson is presented by Actistatin, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Brandywine Farm, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Darby Dan Farm, Gainesway, Keeneland, Juddmont Farm, Lanes Inn, Malone's, Margot Farm, OCD Pellets, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Ramard, Sally Horse Vans, Shadwell Farm, and Windstar Farm.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Thoroughbred Week, featuring 5 graded stakes from Gulfstream Park, including a lightly raced winner of the Grade 1 Dawn Handicap and a showdown between star runners in the Grade 1 Turf Handicap. We begin with the Grade 3 Gulfstream Park Sprint Championship. Bahamian Squall, the 2-to-1 favorite, Larry Comas picks up the call.
Around the far turn, Bahamian Squall ahead in front. On the rail, it's good. Reigning in second is Fort Loudoun. These two head and head on the lead as they round the far turn. Traveling Man coming up to them. Big Grandpa's in it too. And right in behind them, Swagger Jack and Good Morning Diva. They're coming to the top of the stretch of 44 3/2 mile. And Bahamian Squall has taken the lead. It's Bahamian Squall in front. Fort Loudoun tries to fight back. Traveling Man. Here's Swagger Jack on the scene on the outside. Bahamian Squall. Swagger Jack closing in. Fort Loudoun fights at the fence. Fort Loudoun on the outside, Bahamian Squall, Swagger Jack, the 3 of them down to the wire. Fort Loudoun wins.
Fort Loudoun, the winner by half a length over Swagger Jack, who noses out Bahamian Squall for place. Jose Lescano up in 121-4. Fort Loudoun records his first victory since he defeated champion sprinter Triniberg at the Grade 3 Carryback Stakes last summer. He was transferred from trainer Stanley Gold to Nick Zito's barge shortly thereafter. The 4-year-old colt by Awesome, of course, was bred in Florida by his owner, Jack's or Better Farm. Fort Loudoun has earned $848,000. Entering stud at Crestwood Farm is Country Day, a versatile son of leading sire Speightstown. Country Day won or placed in 8 stakes, earning over $500,000. Country Day stands for $5,000 live full. Share the upside is available. Sprinting fillies and mares at Gulfstream Park in the Grade 3 Hurricane Birdie Stakes. Golden Mystery, the 5-2 favorite. Once again, here's Larry Comas.
Around the far turn, Our Holiday Mood. Golden Mystery and Munning Sister together through a 45 2/2 mile. Fantasy of Flight just behind the leaders. Emma's Encore is saving ground behind her. And then comes Catch a Thief. They're into the stretch, and it's Golden Mystery, who takes off at the 8th pole. Opens up a 3-length lead here. Golden Mystery in front. Fantasy of Flight trying to gain some ground. On the far outside, it's Nakano. And then it's Catch a Thief, but it's Golden Mystery and the Hurricane Birdie. Won it by 3 lengths.
Golden Mystery by Adena Springs Stallion Awesome again rolls home officially by 3.5 lengths over Fantasy of Flight. Luis Saez, the winning jockey, in 115-4. Golden Mystery opened the season with a 5.25 length victory in the Sunshine Millions Filly and Mare Sprint. And after impressively winning her last 2 starts for Farnsworth Farms and trainer Marty Wilson, she was purchased by Regis Farms for $625,000 at auction in Kentucky the following day. The 7-year-old mare was bred in Florida by Adena Springs and originally sold for $27,000 at the farm's 2-year-old sale. Golden Mystery has earned $540,000. Watch Thoroughbred Week replays online at tbredweek.com. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3 races for 3-year-olds in this segment. 3-year-old stakes action is presented by BC2A Paste. Reduce the likelihood of tying up with BC2A Paste. We begin at Golden Gate Fields with the California Oaks. Mark's Mine, the 8-5 favorite. Michael Rona picks up the call.
It's Mark's Mine, the leader. She's been a little fired up. Has a 2.5 length advantage coming to the quarter pole, but in hot pursuit are both My Lil Shamrock and Redress the Balance. Followed into the race by Butterfly Soul in the red cap on the outside, then Sweet Tess and Matcha. 3/16 left to go, and it's still Mark's Mine, the leader, with Redress the Balance trying to wear her down. In between this 2, then comes My Lil Shamrock, Sweet Tess along the inside, Butterfly Soul, Matcha out wide, Redress the Balance is at the lead. Sweet Tess pokes up on the fence, Mark's Mine battles, but it's Redress the Balance about a neck.
10-1, Redress the Balance takes it by half a length over Mark's Mine, who noses out Sweet Test for place. Christian Santiago Reyes aboard in 1:45-2. Winner of her first 2 starts in England last summer, the Irish-bred filly gets her first victory in 3 U.S. starts for trainer Doug O'Neill. She was purchased privately by her current owners, Rutherford Group Limited, Joel Meredith, and Richard Pegham last fall. Redress the Balance has earned $48,000. To Oaklawn Park for the Martha Washington Stakes. Rose to Gold, the even money favorite. Frank Miramati has the call.
Just 5 lengths covering the field into the far turn. And Sister Ginger continues to show the way. Rose to Gold puts the pressure on second. American Sugar is 3 wide. Cloudy in San Diego has dropped back, passed by Broken Spell. I Am Miss Brown. Liberty Girl has plenty of work to do. Lady Stonewall has dropped back to last. They're at the top of the stretch, and Rose to Gold on the outside puts her nose in front. Sister Ginger is battling willingly at the rail. These two have left American Sugar behind, and then Broken Spell, and Sister Ginger fighting back, and in fact turning away Rose to Gold. A big turnaround for Sister Ginger as she wins the Martha Washington.
19-1 long shot Sister Ginger fights back to defeat even money favorite Rose to Gold by 2 3/4 lengths. Ricardo Santana Jr. up in 1:39-2. The first stakes victory for Sister Ginger, who was runner-up in stakes at Retama Park and Remington Park at 2. In her 3-year-old debut, the Steve Asmussen trainee finished last of 6 in an optional claimer over the track. The filly by Student Council was bred in Kentucky by her owners, Millennium Farms and Little Brother Farm. Sister Ginger has earned nearly $88,000. American Produce Records is now available online. Visit brisnet.com/APR for unlimited access to the pedigrees of more than 3 million thoroughbreds for just $275 a year. Bloodstock Research and the Handicapper's Edge at brisnet.com. To Laurel Park for the Miracle Wood Stakes. Vegas no-show, the 4 5 favorite. Dave Rodman has the call.
Not much change. You got that going for you. From Alpha Mike Foxtrot, 1.5 lengths. Vegas no-show is 3rd to the inside. Dynamic Strike is now asked for run from 4th, and Where's Dominic 5th, 7 to close in, top of the stretch. Lunar Rock trailing. They make the turn in, and Vegas no-show getting a perfect run of the inside under Jeremy Rose. Vegas no-show, you got that going for you. Alpha Mike Foxtrot, Dynamic Strike out in the middle of the track, and Where's Dominic on the extreme outside. Lunar Rock is chiming in from dead last. They're surrounding Vegas no-show. It is Where's Dominic in front. Where's Dominic is the leader. Dynamic Strike and they're trying to run on the mile wire with Where's Dominic. Oh, falling there was Alpha Mike Foxtrot, husband Santana unseated. Dynamic Strike showing grit to win.
5-2 second choice Dynamic Strike by Lanes and Staggins Smart Strike. The winner by a length over Where's Dominic. Forrest Boyce aboard in 1:40-2. After finishing 5th in his debut, Dynamic Strike has posted 3 consecutive wins over the track since being stretched out by trainer Richard Small. The colt was bred in Pennsylvania by owner Robert Meyerhoff's Fitzhugh LLC. Dynamic Strike has earned $90,000. Jockey Hostman Santana escaped injury when the winner's stablemate, Alpha Mike Foxtrot, broke down in the stretch. The Lanes and Stallion of the week is AP Indy's Grade 1 winning millionaire, Stephen Got Even. Sire of such Grade 1 winners as I Want Revenge and First Dude, as well as champion Stevie Wonder Boy. Call Gemma or Jill to discuss buying a season to proven sire Stephen Got Even. Welcome back to Thoroughbred Week with 3 graded turf stakes in this segment. Presented by Niagara Causeway, a graded stakes winning and track record-setting son of Sire of Sires Giants Causeway, standing at Margot Farm. To Gulfstream Park for fillies and mares and the Grade 3 Sewanee River Stakes. Hard not to like the 5-2 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
They continue the run up the back stretch with 50 1/2 mile. Channel Lady still the leader by a length. And Roma Kaka continues to run in second. A Fair Dabbler, Hard Not to Like, Kaya 1 and Abaco right there too, Inglorious. Still under a snug hold in the back of the field, 4.5 lengths off the lead, and steadying there for a bit was Kaya 1. Around the far turn, It's still Channel Lady, Roma Kaka, Abaco moving now. Inglorious starting to rev it up, but will go wide. Hard Not to Like saves every inch of ground. Kaya 1 is next, and they're into the stretch, and it's Channel Lady, Roma Kaka, Abaco to the outside. Inglorious down the center of the course. Kaya 1, Hard Not to Like. Any of them have a shot to win. Channel Lady keeps on fighting for the wire. Inglorious on the far outside. Kaya 1. Here's the finish. Channel Lady held on.
Channel Lady by Lanes and Stag in English Channel, the front-running winner by 3/4 over Abaco, who noses out Inglorious for place. Javier Castellano aboard the Keeneland Cells graduate in 1:48.4. A stakes winner over the Aqueduct Turf last fall, the Todd Pletcher trainee finished second to race favorite Hard Not to Like in the Grade 3 Marshalls River Stakes in her seasonal debut. The 4-year-old filly was bred in Kentucky by Kagar Stable, Wayne Morris, Bluegrass Hall LLC, and James Scatorcio. Channel Lady has earned $258,000 for Scatorcio and Jake Pletcher. The filly was consigned by Rockwell Sales Agency, Claire Reese Agents, to the 2009 Keeneland November sale, where she was purchased by Pedigree Consultants LLC for $25,000. Rated stakes winner Channel Lady, the Keeneland Cells graduate of the week. To Santa Anita for the Grade 2 San Marcos Stakes. The field included last year's winner Slim Shady, but the 7-2 favorite was Interaction. Trevor Denman has the call.
Field for the San Marcos sent on their way, and Slim Shady got a flyer and it can take full advantage of it. Slim Shady goes straight to the front. Fire with Fire is right there. On the inside comes Templar's Door, Huntsville Red Cap on the outside. All Squared Away was in tight after the start, dropped back fifth. Golden It Is on the outside. In behind that comes Richard's Kid. Alongside of Richard's Kid now we have Fast Track the Grey towards the outside. Interaction races along at the rail back in third last. Sean Washington throwing his head around a little bit behind that, and Bridge of Gold is the early trailer. Past the Sands first time round, and Slim Shady out where he likes to be, showing the way. Slim Shady by just over 2. Fire with Fire tracking second, then comes Templar's Door, who's pretty keen to go on. Huntsville Red Cap right there. Golden It Is a close-up fifth. All Squared Away scrapes the paint, 6 lengths off these leaders. Here's Juniper Pass in the red. Juniper Pass giving them 8 lengths start. Up alongside comes Fast Track. Richard's Kid is on the far side. At the rail, Interaction travelling nicely in the white cap. Interaction now 8 off that leaders. They take slightly closer order. Then back to Sean Washington, and Bridge of Gold as the trailer. They run to the half mile in the San Marcos, and it is still Slim Shady and Gary Stevens in front just over a length. Fire with Fire is right there second. All Squared Away between horses, and Templar's Knob down at the rail. Just in behind that comes Huntsville. They have been followed by Juniper Pass, still got 6 to make up. Then Golden It Is. Interaction going to need somewhere to run as 8 lengths off the leader, and then Richard's Kid. They are coming to the top of the lane, and Slim Shady goes on. Slim Shady continues to show the way. Fire with Fire, Huntsville all squared away. Now Interaction, white cap in fourth. Where's he going to go? He's going to go down the inside, and Interaction starts to chase, but he's got to get to Slim Shady. Slim Shady's clear. Interaction coming, but Slim Shady's finding. And the more they asked, the more Slim Shady gave, and Slim Shady and Gary Stevens have won the San Marcos.
Allowed to set the pace, Slim Shady is able to hold off the lead run of Interaction by a length to become the first repeat winner of the San Marcos. Gary Stevens aboard in 1:59 flat. After wiring the field in the Grade 2 John Henry Turf Championship over the course in September, Slim Shady had been off the board in his last 3 starts. The 5-year-old gelding by Val Royal was bred in Great Britain by his owner, Phil Cunningham. Trained by Simon Callahan, Slim Shady has earned $618,000. This was the first stakes win for the 49-year-old Stevens since he rode Rock Hard 10 in the Goodwood Breeders' Cup at Santa Anita in October 2005. Hall of Fame jockey Gary Stevens, the Malone's favorite of the week, presented by Malone's, Lexington's favorite steakhouse. Back to Gulfstream Park for the Grade 1 Turf Handicap. Animal Kingdom, the 4-5 favorite. Larry Comas has the call.
They're racing in the Kitten's Joy Gulfstream Park Turf Handicap, and all came out well. Salto is going out to the front. And Salto to the early lead by 2 lengths over Point of Entry, who settles into second position. Unbridled Command is third to the outside. Filmmaking. Animal Kingdom will be fifth early. Second last, just ahead of Where's the Baby as they race for the first turn. And Salto is setting the pace. It appears to be a fairly moderate one. Point of Entry is a length and a half behind in second as they race on that first turn, that first quarter, 25 flat. And then it's Filmmaking third, tucked in on the inside. After that, Unbridled Command. Joel Rosario has the Kentucky Derby winner, Animal Kingdom, in fifth right now. He's 4.5 lengths off of front-running Salto and leading just Where's the Baby onto the backstretch. Salto all the way so far continues to lead by a length and a half. John Velasquez in Point of Entry second. Now Animal Kingdom's making a move. Joel Rosario says right now with Animal Kingdom. And all of a sudden they're in front. Animal Kingdom has taken the lead, coming through on the inside of Salto. As the field runs into the far turn, Salto counters, pokes his nose in front, and Point of Entry's right in it too. And the three of them head into the far turn together. Unbridled Command is 4 lengths off of them. The other two have dropped back. Animal Kingdom, Point of Entry, these two with Salto right in between them. They went 3/4 in 1:13 and 1, and they're into the stretch. Point of Entry and Animal Kingdom. Salto gives way. Unbridled Command tries to get into the race late. Animal Kingdom digs in at the rail. Point of Entry's alongside. Point of Entry's taking the lead. Point of Entry has defeated Animal Kingdom by a length and a half.
With jockey John Velasquez sitting patiently, Point of Entry runs down Animal Kingdom to defeat the favorite officially by a length and a quarter. The future Adena Springs stallion toted high weight of 123 pounds in 147 flat. Point of Entry put together a 5-race winning streak last year, including 3 consecutive Grade 1 turf stakes in New York, before coming up a half length short of Little Mike in the Breeders' Cup Turf. The 5-year-old horse by Dynaformer was bred in Kentucky by his owner, Phipps Stable. Trained by Shug McGahee, Point of Entry has a bankroll of just over $2 million. John Velasquez with the Safe Ride of the Week, presented by Sally Horse Fans, the safest way to the winner's circle.
Thoroughbred Week is presented by Remard's total line of equine products featuring total gut health for total gastrointestinal health of the stomach and hind gut. For further information, please log on to remardinc.com.
Time now for the feature race of the week, presented by Keeneland, investing in racing's future since 1936. To Gulfstream Park for the Grade 1 Dawn Handicap. Flat out the 2-to-1 favorite. Here's the call by Larry Comas.
They're off in the Dawn Handicap. Not a great start for Ultimate Eagle. He broke in the middle of the pack, and he's outside of Gradar in the run to the first turn, and these two will go at it early. And they've got company from Chaba and Take Charge Indius 4 deep going into the turn. Break of another 3 to Bourbon Courage, and he'll be in 5th position early, 4.5 lengths off the lead. Then it's Citrus Kid. Flat Out is right in behind them. He's got 7 lengths to make up in the initial stages. Break of another 3 lengths back to Fast Falcon alongside of Duke. And late running Pool Play has given them a 13-length head start. A 23 flat opening quarter. And Gradar is in front, and Ultimate Eagle will have to sit off of him 3/4 of a length behind. Take Charge Indy is third to the outside. Chaba rides the rail 2 lengths off the lead. Break of another 2, and then comes Flat Out inside of Bourbon Courage. And they're only 3 lengths off the lead as they tighten up front. Break of another 3 back to Citrus Kid. Now sent along as Fast Falcon at the rail. Duke is after that, and Pool Play 46 and 4 for a half mile into the far turn. And it's Gradar the leader. Gradar by a length and a half. Take Charge Indy second on the outside. Ultimate Eagles dropped out of it. Now Chaba's third at the rail, 2.5 lengths off the lead. Flat Out's under a ride. He's got to get going. He's just been passed by Bourbon Courage on the far turn. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch. And Gradar's been there all the way. He went 3/4 in 1:10 and 2. And they're into the stretch. And Gradar and Edgar Prado have the lead coming to the 8th pole. Take Charge Indy, Bourbon Courage running a big one on the far outside. Chaba's on the rail. Flat Out's 5th. Gradar still full of run. Bourbon Courage will not get to him. Gradar goes all the way in the Dawn.
In only his 4th lifetime start, Gradar takes the field gate to wire to defeat Bourbon Courage by 3 lengths. The third winner of the Dawn for jockey Edgar Prado. The Keeneland and Lanes End Cells graduate clocked in 148-1, a 105 brisk speed rating. An unraced 2-year-old, Gradar opened his 3-year-old campaign with an 8.5 length maiden victory over the track. And he concluded last season with a 4 1/4 length first level allowance win in near track record time for a mile at Gulfstream. The third winner of the Dawn for Todd Pletcher, Gradar was making his stakes debut in his first start around 2 turns. The 4-year-old colt was bred in Kentucky by W.S. Farish and is the 100 stakes winner for his sire Unbridled Song. A $260,000 2-year-old, Gradar has earned $361,000 for Twin Creeks Racing Stable. A big holiday weekend for 3-year-olds, including the Grade 3 El Camino Real Derby, the Grade 2 San Vicente Stakes, and the Grade 3 Southwest Stakes. We'll have those races and much more next week here on Thoroughbred Week.
Thoroughbred Week with John Henderson has been presented by Acti Staten, Adena Springs, Ashford Stud, Bloodstock Research, Brandywine Farm, Breeders' Cup, Claiborne Farm, Crestwood Farm, Darby Dan Farm, Gainesway, Keeneland, Juddmont Farm, Lanes End, Malone's, Margot Farm, OCD Pellets, Pin Oak Stud, Quillen Leather and Tack, Ramard, Sally Horse Vans, Shadwell Farm, and Windstar Farm. Online at tbredweek.com.